Hello, welcome back to the Wonderlust Cove. Of course, I'm Wonderlust Goddess. So today in this pick a card, I wanted to give you kind of like the vibes, right? End of month vibes. And of course, this is like what is it called? It is the end of the month anyway, but it's timeless. So I don't know if you're whichever month it is, but I just want to give you end of month vibes. So we have three piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So for pile number 1, this is the emerald. For pile number 2, we have the rose quartz. This is so pretty. Like, I just want to put it up here just because it's pink. And then for pile number 3, wait, I said pile 2, right? Okay, yeah. And then for pile number 3, we have the amethyst. So pretty. And once we hop into your piles, we're going to go ahead and reveal the energy for the reading. So I want to first and foremost thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. I know it's been a little bit like a rough comeback for me, since like I haven't been on here for like years. You know, I would like post on and off. But with that being said, I want to go ahead and just jump right into your reading. So whichever pile you choose, I will go ahead and be there waiting for you, okay? So I will see you soon. Hello, pile number 1, if you chose this emerald. I think it's emerald. I want to say it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll put it down in the description box if it's not. All right, so let's get your energy for the end of month vibes. Let's see what it is. Ooh, beauty. Okay. So we have, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. 4 could mean of great significance. So this is, you know, within a time frame, right? I also do get here that I'm getting that you want your hair to grow or something with your hair, because I was drawn straight to her hair. And then I also see like her gaze. Okay, so nothing wrong with just getting, you know, slight minor adjustments, but I feel drawn to her lips. You get what I'm saying? So maybe you could be getting some cosmetic procedures and you were kind of like thinking about it. So there's that. That could be also kind of like a tell. And then you could be born on like the 4th month, or you could be born on the 4th is what I'm getting. You could be born at 4 o'clock, but something with like the number 4 is what I'm getting. It brings a lot of harmony, unity, and a lot of like, it's home basically. So you are planning to go home, or you are planning to like meet up more with your roots, come into alignment more, like maybe touching ground with like your ethnic side, your culture is what I'm getting. You're trying to see how it can like gravitate into your atmosphere where you're at right now. So this is what I'm getting. That's the energy. So it's very kind of giving me also very like pampering, very she's giving demure, okay? And then also I do see here it's like very like comfy, glamorous. A lot of, you're doing a lot of like aesthetic stuff. You could be wanting to switch your game up, like with your hair, like we were talking about that earlier. Maybe you're taking up some like new makeup routines, you're switching up your clothes, you're going into like a new aesthetic for your whole rebrand is what I'm getting. So yeah. Let's see what else is coming out here. So I'm going to get some more oracles out here before we head into the, oh my, into like the vibes. My gosh, it just keeps turning off. Okay. So you may have had like a lot of like malfunctions and like glitches in your life lately, or maybe something just like didn't go your way is what I'm getting. All right. So we have Athena, wisdom. You could have learned something new. Ericanwa. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not going to try to butcher it up anymore. So it's blooming. At the bottom of the deck, we have Gadalad, if you guys can pronounce that, self-care. I'm telling you, it's a lot of self-care here at the bottom of the deck. Like, okay, so what this is giving me right off the bat is where I just keep being drawn with to like this long hair. You could be getting like extensions put in. You could be thinking about changing your hair. But I'm telling you, something with like your aesthetic, your style, your way of just seeing yourself. I believe that you have like an ascension that you may have done, like a glow up is happening, okay? But you're going to be doing a lot of pampering, okay? Let's go. And I also do see here with like the lashes, I know that I'm touching back like on a lot of beauty side, but I also do see here that you're honing in more on the cultivated aspect where you're just touching down with your roots, right? You could be letting go of certain like vices that may have not been working for you or may have not led to the best of your like circumstances. I also do see here where you're essentially going to be drawn to be out more in nature, because look at these ladies. And then this is giving me hermit. Like she's giving me low-key hermit. And you're just lighting your way into a new difference. So I do believe you're closing out a certain chapter in your life. There could be movement happening right now, and you're just deciding which way to go, which is giving Two of Wands, okay? So there's that. So I want to hop out here now with the tarot. So yeah, I mean, I like it. This is a vibe. Like, I want to catch it. I think I did it the wrong way. Why is it they're coming out all crazy? I don't know. I was like trying to connect with this deck just because I had it in my car. It's one that I have like for emergencies if somebody like asks me to read for them, and I'll just do it like super random. And it's not really talking to me right now. Maybe because it's been in my car, the deck really hasn't wanted to talk to me lately, which is fine, you know. But I was drawn to actually bring her out, so yeah. Okay, so I think that's a good shuffle. If it's not, oopsies. If it's not, oopsies. So let's go ahead and get some tarot out here. What are the end of the month vibes for my pile number 1? Ooh, okay, sideways. We got the Emperor. Okay, so you're following a strict rule. This is leadership. This is like, it's my way or the highway. So you're staying on the course towards where you want to head to, is what I'm getting. I also do see here where you're just like, you know what, like I don't want anybody to tell me where I could have like gone wrong or anything, because it's like the 5 of Cups, it's the 9 of Cups, it's the emotional fulfillment that you're getting of this. It's could be because you're putting yourself into the first like main character that you have been, and I do believe that it's because of the new chapter that you're entering. So you're closing out chapters and you're opening up like one big one that's the umbrella for like several little chapters, is what I'm getting. I love this for you, pile 1. Okay. And emerald. Okay, so this is also, I was drawn to this again, and it's giving me heavy like currency, something tangible. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to start getting pentacles out here, something like more with along your stability. It's just because you're gathering your thoughts right now and you're just like, you know what, like I'm not going to do this right now. Like I'm going to head somewhere else. I listened to other people and now I'm going to go my way. So yeah, I'm telling you, 10 of Wands. So you've taken on these burdens, and you know, in the regular Rider Waite deck, you know how the tree of like all the stumps are covering their face. This is now you're like, you know what, I'm carrying this, like I'm carrying the weight of my world, and this is my decision and my choice to make. is what I'm getting. So the vibes are just like, just level up, grow up, like get your money up, get your bread up is what I'm getting. I want to get like one more out here. Thank you. Yeah, like holding back. Okay, so with your finances, I don't think this is like a negative card per se, but this is more for sustainability, stability, something tangible. Here with the Four of Pentacles, I do see here that you're going to be saving up, or you could have been saving a lot of money, and you are investing that towards something else is what I'm seeing. Let's get some more out here. Yeah, thank you. What are the vibes? Yeah, we got the Eight of Pentacles. See, you're going to start getting your pentacles. You're going to start racking up those bags is what I'm getting. So you could have gotten like a promotion, and so this is why you're changing your aesthetic. You're having a glow up, maybe something like with your business or whatever it may be. Like you caught up into some change. You got a windfall of currency of, for that energy exchange, and now you're just like, you know what? I have all of this. I've been saving up. See how you have these two right here? You've been saving up, but you're still at it. Like you can go further out ahead on where you're at right now. It's giving like, do you remember when those like sisters I'm trying to look for the saying. It's like, I didn't get this far to get this far. Do you get what I'm saying? Tell me if you know where that's at, low-key. I'm gonna love you forever if you do. So then here, yeah, because you essentially were thinking about it. It was a thought. It was a mental clarity that you needed. You didn't see the signs, synchronicities as of yet, but it's kind of like you were being placed into a different situation, so where you can see the bigger picture. And now that you're seeing this bigger picture around this time is what I'm getting. And we're going to go ahead and get some like time frames as well. But now you're seeing like all the alignments coming in together, like once you just stop focusing on what you wanted to happen. So basically, again, it's like it's giving alchemization, not necessarily like manifestation, because of the fact that you're investing more energy into something, and it's more demanding, commanding than just like waiting for the universe to drop like a little nugget here and there. Do you get what I'm saying? Yep. So you're moving to a different like mental state of mind. You're not following the same struggles that you had, maybe possibly overthinking about a situation. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Queen of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, it could have been that you didn't talk about anybody. You didn't talk to anybody about what was going on with your situation. Like, honestly, it could have been to the fact where you were just like, you know what, I'm going to go with other people's decisions because it sounds right at the time, right? But just because now you're focusing and turning that time frame around, you're turning the like viewpoint around, now everything is starting to come in. I love this for you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and see what else we got out here. Okay, I'm gonna get my Witch's Tarot out here just because we're gonna start talking about time frames. I want to go ahead and give you some sort of like notion of a time frame, right? So what is it? Okay, that's automatic. So you have the opportunity to take action. Basically, this is giving me staff stability. You have the answers that you need right now. You know when to take it because you're listening to yourself even more on taking action towards where you want to go. I'm surprised the Chariot didn't come out here, but what did I tell you? Like the Pentacles were out here heavy, and that's just, it's coming into alignment for you. So then we have the ritual invocation. Yeah, call in your ancestors, call back your energy. If you may have invested in somebody else, and I'm pretty sure they had like the best intentions for you, I don't know, take how resonates. But whomever you let into kind of like, you might have had these obligations, or you just like felt like, okay, I need to include this person. I feel like I need to include these people or person. However, in the upcoming like time frames, is what I'm getting is kind of like you want to keep it hush hush until your manifestation or your intentions are complete. Otherwise, just keep it under wraps is what I'm getting, because even if it's not, you know, intentional, like there's energy that's involved that's somebody else's, you know, that you don't know what's going on behind closed doors with them. It doesn't matter, you know, just respectfully, like, just keep it behind closed doors for yourself at this time. So intensification, yeah, so it's kind of like, okay, this is also giving me, when you think about a manifestation, or when you're thinking about kind of like think of your manifestation or something that you're working towards right now, pile number one. So if you have that in mind, oh, I just saw 1555, so 555. This is a very transitional moment. This is an opportunity to fix those rights that were wronged. And do we have the 5 of Cups? No, we have the 9 of Cups. So now think of it coming in tenfold. You know, always ask for what you want, you know, and make it bigger. You know, there's no budget in the universe ever, especially when you're alchemizing. You're limitless at this point because it's all in the mind. So now we have Homeland Foundation. I'm telling you, you could be touching back down with your roots is what I'm getting. I also do see here pile number one, where you are essentially coming into harmony or into union. You could be having better communication with people around you because you're setting those healthy boundaries. And this is good, okay? Ooh, let's get one more out here. Oh, I wanted to know what was coming out. Darn it. Okay, so it's not time for stagnation. It's Yule rebirth. This is in the reverse. So it's sooner than before. Pretty much the cold weather is going to be happening. And then I do have here spirit. So yeah, if you need more advice, if you need answers, talk to your spirit guides, talk to your ancestors, like whomever that you speak to, you know, reach out to them and be like, you know, give me some signs. I know you've been seeing the signs and synchronicities, but you can also ask for more in depth instead of saying, okay, well, if I see this by next Friday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon while I'm eating a sundae, you know, then this is actually going to happen. No, it's not going to be like that. It's everything's in divine timing. I know we don't like to hear that phrase, but I know I'm saying, but as long as you focus on, you know, the present moment, it's a gift for you. You're not going to get this time back anymore at all for the ever, you know, then, you know, it's just going to be more fulfilling when you're like, oh, I forgot about that, and oh, this is cool, like I can't believe that this came in. See, the hex wanted to come out earlier, and then also winter. Okay, so for some of you it could be before like the cold weather hits, and then this is after or during around the winter time. So this could be maybe when the winds start picking up wherever you're at. I don't know. This is like a general reading, but take as it resonates. But there could be a moment of stagnation because I do see here 2 winter cards, and then hexing. I'm going to have it up here. It's kind of like, you know, you're relying on everybody else when it was just like you're supposed to go inward is what I'm getting. So, you know, don't depend on others. Look, there's more of these that wanted to come out. Oh, my bad. I was like, wait a minute. I was having a Mandela effect. And these are all upright. They're all upright. So it's rebirth, homecoming. Do we have that? Yeah, see, touch down in your roots. come down more. Oh, look, springtime, embolic awakening. So this is something big. This is something different for you. You could be touching on, you know, different aspects of your life. So, you know, as far as like timing goes, you know, it's within like the next few months is what I'm getting, because we're more closer to the end of the year wherever you're at. But also in the winter time, and it's a timeless pick a card. So whenever you're seeing this, it's more when like the cold weather happened, this could have started, and then you could be like in a different season where you're at. But more or less, you kind of want to focus more on taking action, because we have that staff here. Let's see. I mean, that's the energy. That's a vibe. Let me see. I want to see what your love life is doing. Let's tap in a little bit. I just want to tap a little bit into like your love life, okay, babe? Just because it's just a vibe. We're just catching a vibe. That's it. You know, that's all. So let me get my I think this is my romance oracles, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and get these out here for you. My gosh. Let's see. Is she not coming out or what? I feel like they don't want to come out. Let me see. Okay, what do we have for the end of month vibes as far as like romance goes for my pal number 1? There we go. We got passion. That's what I'm saying. It's giving wands energy. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Let's get some more out here. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, okay. We have getting to know each other. I can't see that. Oh, there we go. Okay, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you get closer to everybody around you just because you're having those boundaries that are being set up, okay? That they're being held into place. And believe me, trust me, like, you get that more respect if you're just like, yeah, if you just free yourself. Thank you, Spirit. It's time to take back control of your life. You know, it could have been, you know, nothing wrong with that. You worked with what you had at the time. Okay, you knew only what you knew and you worked with that at the time. So there's no a Spirit is saying like you don't have to blame yourself. Okay, babe, let's get one more out here. And even with like with your partner too, if you got to set those healthy boundaries, that's good, because at the end of the day, you are your own person. Reconciliation, okay? Maybe you're circling back around in your hometown. Maybe you're going back to like a certain partner is what I'm getting. I don't know. You guys could have taken like a little break. That's a story for another day. I just want to tap into the energy, the vibe, okay? I'm not going to do a whole love reading. You know, check out some other videos. If we do, trust me, like, we're gonna catch the vibe. So someone from your past is returning into your life. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're touching down bases, you're planning your roots, like you're setting roots into more of your home ethics, culture, more like into nature, stuff like that. You could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn is what I'm getting. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see at the bottom of the deck. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, first of all, so if you've been waiting and you haven't been like into the dating scene, or you just been okay where you're at as far as your relationship goes, best believe that there's going to be some changes happening. There's going to be like communication. Maybe they're going to want to move elsewhere with you is what I'm getting, or they're going to want to take that leap of faith and move in together is what I'm getting. But it has to do with stability, home, and then with your pentacles here, I do see more of something that more tangible that you can actually see. So let's go ahead and get some advice out here so we can close out your reading. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know what to get just because I'm like playing this by ear, babe. Okay, you know what? Let me see. So, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get this other oracle that I had. I forget the name, but it's like such a pretty oracle. I don't know what this one is, but it's so pretty. I just feel like giving it to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some advice to close out the reading. Let's get... Those are not coming out. What advice do we have for pal number 1? Okay, I'm gonna get one more out here. Ooh! Oh my, like literally your entire like deck, all the cards literally fell. And I'm not gonna get them. Like, I'm not gonna put them on the table. FYI. We have 2 here, so let's get one more out here. Thank you. At the bottom of the deck, we have Priestess. So how are you being called to step up and lead? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for that alchemization. It's time for that, like, you know, tap in, turned on, tuned in, tapped in, turned on giving. Maybe you could be listening. Oh my gosh, I already had 3. Okay, you could have been listening to like Abram Hicks is what I'm getting lately. Yes, that's a confirmation. So if you have a question or you're thinking about something, yes. And then we have play out here. So have fun, celebrate, don't be serious. Like, yeah, don't take life too seriously. That's what I'm saying. You could be tapping into like what you might have liked when you were a child. Maybe it's giving nostalgia. You get what I'm saying? Color your hair, you know, wear something like that's different, that's suitable for you. I'm just saying, like, you know, ask your inner child, like, how can we make this vibe, this moment, like, you know, how can I make you happy? Like, look in the mirror, especially in the morning. This is what I do, and I just smile at myself, and it's made me feel so completely like just seen. You know what I mean? Because I used to be a big people pleaser, and it's just like now that I'm just like honing in on investing in myself, it's so different. Like, the vibe is so different. Starseed, what lights you up? And then finally, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So this pretty much has come back around full circle of what we were talking about. Okay, so out with the old and in with the new, or going back into your roots. I'm sorry, there's like a rando motorcycle outside. I am like close to like one of like the main streets, so there's like a lot of driving, and especially like it's the weekend, so yeah. But if you made it this far, pile number 1, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And I will see you in the next one. Oh, leave leave a green heart down below if this resonated with you and you made it this far, okay? Bye, love you. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome or welcome back. So if you may have not checked out the intro, today we're touching on end of month vibes. So we're going to go ahead and get the energy out here. So if you chose this rose quartz, this is so pretty. She's giving like feminine. So it's okay to be in your receiving mode is what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and check out the energy. Courage. 17 could mean of great significance, which is an 8 and infinity. It also has to do with your finances. So by shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Okay, so something could have had you down bad. Okay, you could have been kind of like in a little rut, for instance, close to this end of month. However, it's resonating with you, you know, take it or not. But I do see here where you're essentially going to stand up and you're going to be like, you know what? I shouldn't have to endure this. Like, whatever your situation is, and we're going to cover it a little bit more in depth with tarot and the oracles when we're going in there. But also, it's standing up for what's right. Maybe a decision that, you know, it could have been like played out differently. It might have rolled a different way. Or if you're going to be taking a chance, like where it's like more tangible, right? A job, a car, maybe big purchases like a house, travel is what I'm getting. That's what we're going to dive more deep. So it's having the courage to make that bigger decision, or to make that tough decision that you probably didn't want to make, or you have made it. And then you kind of want to, you know, turn around and be like, well, what was the opportunity for me in this situation, rather than going the other way, which I could have gone. And then that's the way that you're steering. So we're going to go ahead and get some more oracles. But yeah. Sorry if you have headphones, babe. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. Ooh, so we got Hut, Resurrection. Oh, she's coming back to life. And then we also have here Mayu, Ascension. Oh, it could be something different, totally different. And then we got Isis, which is strength, Leo energy. So you got strength and courage. Oh, babe, this is going to be a good one. Right off the bat, I do see here that you're going to have that resilience. It's kind of like I'm dedicated to being resilient, and I'm capable with all the abilities that I know I can, you know, push out now. It could have been earlier where it's just like, you know what, honestly, I'm just gonna take this easy route, see where things go. And you took it. Okay, you saw how it was, you didn't like it, so now it's time to close that door. And this is like towards the end of the month vibes that you have, and you're gonna be, and you're like, you know what, now I want to explore, I want to go somewhere else, let's see where this takes me, is what I'm getting. I don't know, but this is like really irritating me. I don't know why. Maybe you could be like a little bit fidgety, you could be like micromanaging a lot, you know, you just because you want to make that choice that you didn't make before, is what I'm getting. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot. And we're going to get some more oracles out here, okay? Don't worry, babe. So like I was telling the other piles earlier, I basically had this one. This is my emergency deck. So she's like pretty new, and she didn't want to talk to me. So like I had her sleep with me. And just so we can catch the vibe, right? Because I kind of felt like low-key I wanted to do something with like vibes, especially in this reading. But yeah, but she's not talking to me, but maybe she'll talk to you. Hopefully she talked in the other pile, so which is good. Yeah, she likes you. High key. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is like the transition of feeling out in the cold, right? You could have felt like it wasn't for you, so now it's time to travel elsewhere. And this is why this next decision that you're going to be making, you're going to be pretty much the architect of what you're thinking about. You could be journaling. Okay, you do want to journal, or just write down any type of downloads that you're going to be receiving. Yeah, because of that stagnation that you had, you were kind of like, wait a minute, is this really the road I want to go down on? Is this really the decision that was made for me? And it's just kind of like when you open a door, you can check it out, have a feel for it. If it's not the vibe, close the door and go to the next one. That's what it is. Like, that's what life is about. It's about just like learning. Life is meant to be yummy. You shouldn't have to endure somewhere where you don't want to stay. You know what I mean? That's like the best thing about free will is what I'm getting. So we have the Hermit. You're no longer looking for that light. I get the feeling that, okay, and my neck is itchy, so throat chakra, you're kind of like saying, you know what, I shouldn't have to do this anymore. This is why you were lighting your own way, and now you're out of that like circumstance now, is what I'm getting. That is so cute. I love that. Let's get some more tarot out here, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so some of these are down. Okay, so we got the Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you could be working on your finances. You could be hard at work, not really noticing a lot of what's going on because you do have heavy pinnacles. Pentacles here. You could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo is right here, right off the bat. Oh my goodness, let's bring it together. Let's bring it together. Wusa. Are these upside down? Low key, I kind of want to like stop and like put it upright. Yeah. So I want to go ahead and on these reversals, I mean, they are what they are. I don't see like they're really major, but this is a really big situation for you, the major arcana. This is a major life situation where you're essentially coming into alignment where you're just like, you know what, I'm going to pull myself out of this situation. Yeah, I love that for you. Oh, here it is. Yeah, see, okay. So the moon, nothing's being hidden from you, okay? You're seeing this already. You're coming into alignment with where you're supposed to be. And then we got the Eight of Swords. Exactly. You're no longer feeling like you have to stay tied down because you're no longer expecting like these breadcrumbs. I feel like you're taking charge with that courage and that strength card, where you're just like doing the dang thing. You know what I mean? Pile number 2. Okay. Let's get one more out here for the tarot. Yeah, there we go. So nurturing. So you're nurturing your finances. You're investing more into your finances. You're kind of like, you know, okay, so this is going to be happening and I'm going to invest a little bit more than I think I should have before. Something more tangible, something that brings you more sustainability is what I'm getting. And this is kind of like the Lovers. This brings back with your heart. Like it gives you pride and joy. This is where the courage and the strength are coming from, Leo energy, essentially to where you're going to thrive on because you're working from your heart center, you know, and love is actually the biggest, the highest power. I also do get here with the Lovers card here at the bottom. Yeah, see, an inspiration. You're no longer going to accept that. Okay, you're just like, no. This is going to be very like trivial at times where you're just like, it could be with your person is what I'm getting, or a partnership or something that somewhere where you're dedicated, where you put your whole heart, your like blood, sweat, and tears. It could be your own company, your relationship that you have been in, take however that resonates. But I do see here that it's going to be a foundational shift, because you made that happen. So you did this, you made this choice, or you are making this choice prior to maybe, you know, spirit coming in and kind of like doing the foundational shift themselves. Okay. Proud of pile 2. I love that. I'm actually going to put this up here. It's a very mature decision. All right. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and go ahead. I want to go ahead and go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything that I should add? No. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get some timing out here for like when this is going to happen. You may have had an idea of when this is going to happen somewhat, but let's go ahead. Passion, fire. Okay, so when it comes to fire, that's like more like summer, right? But it's like it came out in the reverse. So when that's happening, it's pretty much, it's going to be sooner than that. So you could have already started the transition of like kind of like this end of month vibe. And you're just like seeing, you know, where it could have gone, or just honing in on like some clarity. Yeah, because you're taking action. I see here that you're taking action. It's better to take action and for more, it's saying calculated risks. You could be kind of like doing this like risk management is what I'm getting. And so you could be like, okay, well, you know what? I may think about it. So I just want to see like where this calculated risk is going to be taken is what I'm getting. But I want to go back here into resurrection. It's kind of like you're coming back into self. You could have left something behind somewhere. Maybe you could have just been like not working with how you wanted to. Yeah, so prosperity, I'm telling you, this is a confirmation for your money. You could have kind of like invested somewhere else and then you're just like, no, it's not happening. Here at the bottom of the deck, we have that wand. So it's giving like magician energy. All of a sudden, I do feel kind of like very tired, very fatigued, which is kind of weird because I'm about to go to the gym after this reading, to be honest. And like you're thinking about the timing, the time frame, okay? And then so let's get this one. Okay, so by winter, wherever your situation is at, wherever you're at, it's kind of like before like the colder weather happens or around that time, or this is when you decided to make this change in circumstances. Yeah, this is going to be an opportunity for an emotional fulfillment. This is going to be pretty much like a new inspiration, right? Or pretty much it's going to be in a relationship, proposal, or marriage is what I'm getting. Oh my. That's like the second time that's happened. It usually doesn't go out like that. So we have the chalice at the bottom. No, we got Hearth, homecoming. What did I say? You're like honing back into your energy, like you're coming back into your roots as well. It could be, you know, home is where the heart is what I'm getting as well. Take that however it resonates. Let's go ahead and touch bases, and let's go ahead and touch in on, what is it called, on your love life. I just want to see what's going on. Okay, we're just gonna tap in to see the vibe. Yeah, express your love. I'm telling you, the more you work from your heart chakra, the better. It could have been that you were just like more logical, practical, you know, in your mind. Maybe it could have been like low-key survival mode, but now you're like getting out of that. And so go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So, you know, like I hear a little getaway, like a little getaway could be happening any, you know, sometime soon. Romantic feelings, your feelings are real and exploring. You could have been holding back too because you were like so focused and wishy-washy on all these like, you know, decisions that you had to make. It's kind of like, are you giving yourself that love? You're letting your partner pamper you? Are you going out on vacations? You know, are you getting to know each other? This is like confirmation. Bro, there's like a little gnat and it was like flying right in front of me, like on purpose. In this case, I wish I had like one of those like lizard tongues so I can just like grab grab it, just like spit it out. That's kind of gross, but that's what my mind was thinking. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So you could be taking your level a little bit deeper, like getting to know yourself or getting to know your loved ones is what I'm getting, or even your partner. Maybe I hear like a little getaway. Okay, so let's do one more out here. Thank you. Trust. Okay, I love that for you. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So if you have that faith, if you are like positive and you believe what you're setting in stone is true, that's going to come into alignment. What's that lady's name? The lady who had like the key to mastery or something, the key to prosperity. Yeah, a new love is coming in, or you could be learning something new about yourself, okay? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it's kind of like, okay, who is this pal to? Who is this person? Who is this new person that we don't know about? Okay. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and close out your reading with some advice. Okay. Advice. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love doing these. Let me know if you like them. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? Can I get one more? Okay, thank you. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You never have to do it alone. Even if it physically feels like we're alone. I mean, you have yourself. You have yourself. Well, when did it come out? Where are you being called to journey to? I'm going to leave that right there like that. Where are you being called to journey to? We have this one, which is Lemuria. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yes, you deserve this. You deserve this vibe. You deserve a change in the air. And it's coming. And because you're opening your heart, you're working from your heart center. I love this for you. Okay. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So I feel like that was kind of like past tense, what you were doing when you came into this realization and this ascension and then resurrection, where you were just like, you know what? No, I'm going to do me. Like, I'm me. Like, I'm going to do me. So birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Okay, if that didn't resonate, babe, then I don't know what else will. But this vibe, to catch a vibe at the end of the month and to see how everything is coming in, check out the synchronicities is what I'm getting. And also just enjoy life a little bit more. Play around. Let your inner child thrive a little bit more, okay? So if you made it this far, I hope that you loved it. Don't forget to leave a cute little pink heart down below and tell me if it resonated with you, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello. All right. So this is going to be the end of month vibes, okay? If you chose this Amethyst pile 3, then this is for you. Let's go ahead and check out your energy to see what it is. Off the bat, I got so much energy. That's crazy because in the other pile, I was very tired, like almost lethargic. And I'm just like, oh, I'm tired, Grandpa. If you know the line to that movie, oh my gosh, I'm going to love you forever. So what do we have? Ooh, harvest. Okay. 43, which leads to a 7. A 7, a lot of the times here, it's kind of, coming into fruition of what you're going to do, right? It can be like self-defense. There's too many choices, betrayal. Also, it's just patience, right? And your hard work. So you've endured a lot. Okay, and towards this end of the month, it's kind of like you're starting to harvest. You're putting in all of this work, and now you're going to start seeing your effort. It's giving 7 of Pentacles. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more Oracle out here just to see where we can catch. That's the energy. That's the vibe. It's harvesting time. Okay, it's time to cash in all your chips, babe. That's what I'm getting. So we have wisdom. There's a lot of knowledge you may have acquired, is what I'm saying. Tell me she doesn't look the same. Tell me they don't look the same. Look how she's holding her staff and how she's holding like the stuff that's in there. I don't even know what's in her hand. I'm not a farmer, okay, babe. Look, tell me she doesn't look the same. It's like a doppelganger, okay? Let's get some more out here. Ooh. Am I going to take all of these? Because I want to say no. I'm not taking all of these. They were cute, though. It's giving, like, sorbet. Maybe you could be wanting sorbet. It could be, like, a summer, a hot girl summer type of thing. You could be wearing, like, more, like, flowy dresses, too, is what I'm getting. That's a vibe. Okay, we're catching a vibe now. I only need one, Spirit. Okay, just give me one. Ooh, I feel like really lightheaded for some reason. I think it's because I'm looking back at the camera and I'm looking down here at the same time. So I'm like, doot. So a lot of things could be calling you. You could be paying attention to a lot of like situations. Yeah, see, like you have your head on a swivel is what I'm getting. So we have inner strength. Oh, that's so cute. Little bunny is what I'm getting. So see how they're like turning the opposite way? Oh, that's a confirmation ringing in my ear. Wait, what's the bottom? Hectate. Magic. Okay, so this is going to be a very pivotal moment in this time right now. So we got inner strength, wisdom, and harvest. Because of everything that you've learned, now you know that you can go ahead and reap what you sow, is what I'm getting. You've been working really hard. That's, my nose was itchy, confirmation. And so because you were in that situation, you're just like, you know what, I think it's time for me now to grab what I need to grab. And in this moment, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. So it's kind of like a pivotal moment for you, right? Is like basically what you're doing. I also do see here when you were kind of like feeling, okay, well, this struggle is happening, you know, and you just went for it. Like you just went like, in for it, like you went in for the kill, is what I'm getting. Like no questions asked. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna dive deep, I'm gonna do the dang thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and see where this takes me, whatever it was in your investment. I kind of want to know what's going on. But this is your tarot. If you have headphones, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do it one more time. Why is this happening? Okay, you know how many times I flip this tarot like right side up so many times and it just comes out all weird. Ooh, look at this. Lovers and the cups. It could be that you're taking that initial move, that initial like point, you know, to either, you know, be more in love with yourself or take that move and ask somebody out or let somebody ask you out, take you out, go on that date. Oh, is this like a love reading? Oh, I love it. God, I love it. What is that lady who's like, who was saying, oh, God, I love it. I see it a lot on like the other platform. We won't talk about it. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'll be like censored. Okay. Yes, hunty. Okay, we got a Queen of Cups. We got Order in the Court here. I want another one. Can I have one more, please? Thanks. Oh no, I probably shouldn't have asked for another one. At the bottom of the deck, we have Justice, Libra energy. This is fair likings, okay? When I see here with the Justice, this is like cause and effect. You put in all this work and now you're seeing your investments grow because you're harvesting. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I did all of this like caring and tending for like certain situations, and now it's just like, okay, now I'm gonna do this. So when I see this, it's like it kept you up late at night, or it will be keeping you up late at night, because it's just giving like, I can't hold my excitement in. Now I don't see this as, you know, just like, usually I see this as kind of like keeping you up late at night, overthinking and stuff, but you're just like so hyped. I'm so hyped. I can't stress this enough. In the previous reading, I was like so tired, fatigued. I was about to take a nap and not even do your reading until like later on tomorrow. I had to get some water, babe. But now I'm just like, oh yeah, let's do this. But this is giving me, oh my bad. This is also giving me where you are at the point where you're just like, you know what? These nightmares, anxiety, you know, is keeping me up at night. But I don't see this as a negative card. You're just overexcited. You will be overexcited is what I'm getting. Yeah. And then here with the Six of Wands, again, this is going to be like very, it's going to be a big reward. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering just because I'm so happy. I want to say like all this stuff, like it wants to come out like word vomit, but at the same time, I know I have to hold myself back. Okay, pile 3. Okay, let me hype you up. I was trying to get you into like a vibe and you got me into a vibe, and I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, twice, honey. So yeah, this is going to be a good reward. This is going to be a matter of a victory, right? There's going to be some type of recognition coming in is what I'm getting. So I kind of want to know what the good news is going to be happening. What the news is going to be happening and what subject, what topic. I also do see here that it's going to be successful. There we go. Okay, and then we have the artist, because this is, you're just creating a whole different aspect and vibe for yourself. This is something that you may have not done, you know, in the past chapters of your life. So you're trying something new and it worked out. It worked out so perfectly, and now it's time for harvest. So here with the Page of Wands, okay, order in the court. We have two court cards here. So when it comes to the Page of Cups, I do see here it's kind of like you're starting something new for like a new love. Maybe it could have been a new hobby or a new job, and you're like putting your heart into it, or like this new relationship that you may have with yourself, or you may have with a new person. This could be a new love. You probably jumped into a new relationship is what I'm getting, either with self, or you're just going into that next level. Like, tell me why I automatically thought of like a relationship, like a love reading, when I got into your like space, into your energy. My bad. So yeah, it's like a new opportunity that really touches into the heart, okay? It's a new little like nudge per se. With the Queen of Cups here, okay, when she's giving the Queen of Cups, she's giving me like siren energy, very nurturing, very emotional, very upholding with her heart, okay? And she can, you know, feel that other cup up too with whomever she's with, because her cup overflows and she knows when to set those boundaries. So that's what's giving me that. And I feel like your cup has been fulfilled, like overflowing, but to the point where you're just not like, you know, emptying your cup for somebody else. I also do see here that it's where it's like for healing and support, right? So you could be honing in on the energy for yourself, towards your investment, or towards your relationships. Ooh. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some timing. Let's go ahead and get some timing when this is going to be happening. I know it's like the end of month vibes, but I mean, this is generating like pretty big, or when this might have happened. So let's get some timing out here. What is this? Lord God, masculine energy. A lot of action has been taken. So there's a lot of movement, you know, happening right now already. So you could be in the middle of your harvest right now as you're speaking, I'm speaking to you and you're listening to this reading. And it could be where you're just like needing some type of clarity, because, you know, you had this major victory. You had the Six of Wands where you're just like, oh my gosh, in anticipation, you're staying up at night, or you could be working at night because you created this, because you did this from scratch. I do believe that this opportunity was given to you because you took your free will on, is what I'm getting. Ooh. And you had the knowledge, okay, the wisdom, and what's this one? The inner strength to go through it. Okay, not very many people can do what you did, is what I'm getting. We got the Death card in reverse. Okay, so Death card, that's Scorpio energy. When it comes here into the Death card, you know, it's not going into those big changes. It could have been something small that you have made, but I'm getting this little changes that you make along the way will hone in on your progress, is what I'm getting, and it'll come in faster than you anticipate. So you won't have to stay up late at night and maybe like overthinking, and then that could start putting you in distraught. So candles could mean a great significance. I'm telling you, you had a lot of like hand in this, like you alchemized this per se. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So at the end of the year is what I'm getting. 12 days, 12 months, 12 weeks, per se, or that could have been the time frame, but also it's coming into union with your person. Oh, for some of you, I'm also getting that it could have been like overseas. Maybe you were like, you had to go on like a mission, or what are those things called when like the military people, they have to go overseas, like not drafted, but it's like when you have to go on assignment, something like that is what I'm getting. It could have been with work. At the bottom of the deck, we have remembrance. So remember your roots, where you came from. Remember what is waiting for you at home. Remember where you're going to want to be in the near future. So this is giving me, 12. We saw 12 out here. So I want to go ahead and get your romance oracle out here. I'm going to take it. So this could be the one. Yeah. So you've already met the romantic partner you seek. We're already tapping into your romance. This is the vibe. Just because I want to tap into this, just because I feel like this is more like stability. You're harvesting what you've invested into, and this could be a possibility where it could be with love. I also do see here, let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold. Okay, it could be also with a marriage, or you just want higher stability with your person, right? And so it's like that time frame's coming in. You could have been feeling, okay, what if they're actually going to propose? What if they're going to take me to get married somewhere? I'm gonna have to like, get a fresh mani-pedi, because I might have to post this, or my friends have to post this. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. That's what I'm saying. You had that inner wisdom to kind of be more calculated and, do a switcheroo and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna hone in on the abilities that I have this wisdom, I have this inner strength. Why can't I just implement it in where I want to go and what I want to do? At the bottom of the deck, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So what is it that you want to focus on is what I'm getting more. So ask yourself, what would my inner child love to do? Do you get what I'm saying? I do this in the morning. I get up and I look in the mirror. I don't even touch my phone. And I have to do what I have to do. I look in the mirror and it's like, how can I make you happy today? Or looking in the mirror and I say like, I love you. I really love you. And like 10 times out of 10, I can't stress this enough. It's just like, you see yourself differently. The more you tell yourself that, you have so much love for yourself, and you start seeing that on the outside, on like you in your 3D, because you're so, you're the Queen of Cups. That's what I'm saying. You're so nurturing, and you've nurtured yourself, and you're stable within yourself, and your chalice is full and overflowing. And then when you share that with somebody else, and tap in, turned on, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, when you connect with somebody else, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it's just like you can give to them without emptying your cup itself. So there's that. I love that for you. Now let's go ahead and close out your reading with some advice, okay? If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me like a little purple emoji, or I'm sorry, like a little purple heart down below. If you are in the military, or you have family in the military, I know that some of my family members have told me like, don't say thank you for your service. A lot of the times it's kind of like different, so I want to say it. It's just like I've been trained to say it like that since I was like a little kid. But sometimes, it's really difficult for whoever was in there in the military. Do you get what I'm saying? And it does hone in when you had to leave, when you were called on a mission or to something. That's what I'm getting. I know we talked about this earlier, but we have 3 of these. Advice. And at the bottom of the deck, we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. You had that wisdom. You had that inner strength. I'm telling you. So everything is surfacing outward. And this is why you're seeing everything in the 3D, because you worked through a lot in your inner self. I don't know what it was. I think there was a lot of that it had to do with like inner self, inner work. So there's that. And then Akasha, yeah, see, just touching down on your roots, your ancestors, your like the records that you have. You could have, taken up and adapted something in your family history, or you could have pretty much broken a lot of karmic cycles in this last period. You were working really hard, pile 3. Your guidance is divinely guided. See, I never got that card. Like, I never understood it. I think it's because the guide and guidance is like double guide. I don't know. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I'm telling you, you're ascending to a whole different level of your life, into your Akashic records. This is what I'm telling you. It's like the glow up. It's like the come up. You're leveling up, whether it's in like your finances, your career, yourself. But I do feel like Spirit's telling me like it's inside. It started inside. You could have been doing a lot of inner work. So trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? That's what I'm saying. Like, you're on this right track. If you needed confirmation, if you needed some type of guidance to where you're going, take however this resonates. I can honestly say that you're on the right track, because you're not that far away from your end goal is what I'm getting. And the more you ask yourself these questions, you're going to get those answers. And if you need help from outside sources, just make sure you keep it to a minimal. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't want to like spill the beans and have like outside influences. Even if they don't do it on purpose, a lot of the times it's unintentional. But, people are going through a lot of energy on their own side. They're going through their own circumstances, and you're over here, just doing it. And you don't want to any like outside energy coming in, respectfully. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope this helped you. Yeah, like I said, purple heart emoji down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, pile 3. I love you.